If you have a house in Lewis Center and you're selling because of a divorce type of situation, then this video is definitely for you. My name is Dave Perichin with Sell House Columbus, and for over 14 years, we've been working with homeowners and residents and sellers in and around Lewis Center, Ohio. And we've worked with a lot of people who are selling because of a breakup, a separation, or a divorce. It is not that uncommon. And what we do know is if you're selling because of a divorce, the last thing you need is more complications and more stress to an already stressful situation. And we're here to keep it easy for you. The reason people like working with us when they're selling their Lewis Center house is we're going to buy it in its as-is condition. So there's no repairs you need to make. We're not going to ask you for credits, and we're not going to, have you haul anything away. You don't need to clean. You don't need to haul anything away. You take anything you want out of the house, anything you don't want or need, you can leave behind, and we will dispose of it or donate it for you. And you don't have to make any repairs. That's big too. So if you're going through a breakup, let's speak frankly here. Let's keep it real. The last thing you want is to have to come out of pocket to accommodate this buyer, because who's going to pay for the repairs? You or your ex, right? And now how are you going to get reimbursed? Now it's a new discussion. It's making things more complicated. Selling as is the key, but then also selling to a cash buyer who's not relying on a mortgage company, not relying on a bank, or not relying on a realtor, right? That could only be complicated because if they're working with a mortgage company, they got to send their appraiser through, they got to send a formal inspector through, they're going to nitpick the house. So work with a cash buyer. Work with a fair buyer who's going to be local, who's done this hundreds and hundreds of times. That's us, right? So we're not some call center located in a distant land who's going to read a sales script to you and apply pressure. We're very easy to work with. In fact, if you have a house in Lewis Center and you want to sell and you're selling because of a divorce, call us at 614-300-5151 or visit us online at sellhousecolumbus.com. And when we get on the phone, the conversation is very simple. We just need to know more about the house and know more about your timeline. And we're going to make you a fair cash offer on your Lewis Center house. If the offer works for you, fantastic. We'll move forward. You're going to love working with us because it's a one-page simple agreement. There's no fine print or fancy language and legal language and stuff like that. It's not that way at all. And we're going to communicate with you very clearly throughout this whole process. You're always going to know where we're at in the process and, when the closing date is, and you pick the closing date, and it's going to be very easy to work with us. Now, if our offer doesn't work for you for any reason, that's okay too. We can shake hands and part as friends. We're never going to add pressure or stress or anything like that to the situation. So if you have a house in Lewis Center and you're looking to sell fast, easily, and conveniently, and you're going through some type of divorce situation, we're very experienced with this. Pick up the phone and give us a call at 614-300-5151 or visit us online at sellhousecolumbus.com. My name is Dave Perichin. I look forward to speaking with you, and I look forward to working with you.